Yeah, start from the top. Just talk. Just get close to the mic.
This is Waves on the Shore with your hosts, Evan and Jaron Pike. We are here today talking about some good old country music, all right? What America is founded on, good country music, all right? And today we have a great podcast, so listen in, all right? Take notes.
All right, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, thanks, Will. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
Jaron's
Thank you,
roommate,
Will.
Will, for that brilliant introduction.
That's the best I can do.
Greatly appreciated. And with that, welcome to episode 18, I believe.
I think so.
Episode
I think so.
18 of the Waves on the Shore podcast. Fun fact, I turn 18 in just a few days.
Yo.
I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to be old. Stuff's already feeling old. I feel old. But yeah. Anyways, episode 18 of Waves on the Shore. We've actually got quite a bit of stuff lined up. I'm excited to talk about several of these things.
I am too.
We've got some new music. We've got some rumored music. We've got what are we listening to. We've got some other stuff.
Yeah. Can't wait for that.
That's currently
other stuff.
happening right now. No, I'm not referring to Canada. That's just completely off the table. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say before we just kind of jump in?
I don't. Not necessarily. But how are we wanting to start? I guess.
I mean, first
Dustino Lynch. We wanna do the.
That's what I had first on my highly professional papers. Is
Okay,
Dustin Lynch, who just put out his fifth studio album, Blue in the Sky. What are we thinking about it? I mean, I have my review up.
Yeah.
So as for most things where I already have a review up, I'll kind of let you take the reins and then chime in.
Sure.
But Blue in the Sky is the album. It's 12 tracks, I believe around 45 minutes in length. What are we saying?
This is a little complicated for me because I've never been a huge Dustin Lynch guy, as I'm sure.
Nor have I.
Yeah, as I'm sure a lot of other people haven't been. It depends. But there's some bright spots on this album. It's not the worst album I've ever heard. Like, it wasn't Intuition by Billy Currington. But like, I just don't really know. For a very long time, while I was listening to this, because I've been listening to it for basically the past 2 weeks for this episode, and the reason I listened to it like 10 times probably.
Oh,
like, yeah, and it's because I kept listening to it and I kept being like, I don't know how I feel about this album. Like, I didn't hate it, but I wanted to formulate some stuff, and I got a couple things to say.
It feels weird because I feel like Dustin Lynch is one of those people that, unless you're like, never mind, I'm not even gonna go there. But I feel like he's one of those people that like you're almost expected to dislike. But whenever Dustin Lynch comes out with an album,
Yeah.
you know, like status quo, like we've done this before, just doing it like a drill. It's like, all right, Dustin Lynch comes out with an album. We make fun of it for being douchey and poppy, and then we go back to our regular lives. But this one was a bit different. It was a little different this time.
Yeah, it was. Even the lower spots on this album weren't that low for me.
They were not as low as his other albums.
Yeah, even the opener. Even the opener, Party Mode, even though it's very, I don't even, like, just not very deep at all, it could be a fun song to just kind of,
if you follow me on the Instagram, you know, I've said this once or twice now, but that is Party Mode by Dustin Lynch is my new guilty pleasure. Something about it just, it gets me in a groove. I like it, but I'll also be the first to admit, I've got the lyrics pulled up here.
And it
is
it as good as Good Girl?
It is the most directionless.
Yeah.
Directionless. Don't know what it's going for. Dustin Lynch song ever. I mean, hey.
Well, no.
Well,
At the same time, I feel like we do know what it's going for, but we don't like it.
We know what it's going for, and
its
going
direction
for
is
nothing.
that it has no. Yeah.
It's going for nothing.
Yeah.
It's just a good.
Yeah.
It's like that clip of Walker Hayes when he was talking about "Trash My Heart," and he's like, you know, normally I'm a guy that likes to get deep and introspective, but this one was all about. Oh, dude, I can picture him doing. He's like, all about the vibes, like bops,
fun jams,
fun
funky
beats. Yeah. Go to
just
clip
just
of him.
vibes.
Just vibes. That's kind of what Party Mode by Dustin Lynch is, but in a more like, more, not frat country, but like, bro country way. But it's almost like pop bro country. But yeah, I've got the lyrics pulled up, and let's just read these, just so because it gets. I feel like it gets like
the first word in the lyrics is it's a staple of excellent.
It's a very
lyricism.
Dustin Lynch thing, and I feel like these lyrics kind of get avoid the smoke simply because of you're not focused on that.
Yeah.
Which, you know what, fair enough to the song if they're able to write these kind of lyrics and have no one care about it. But hey, well, there ain't no changing how it all wound up. She took off flying in a cloud of dust. Now, I ain't saying that it don't hurt, but I got a 90 proof way to make it work.
Now,
drinking it. I guess that. Reading
the first verse actually isn't too bad. And then there's
now
the
let's go to the pre-chorus,
which is kind of catchy. Oh, gosh.
Drinking every single drink,
chorus.
7 nights a week, all over this town. Here comes my favorite stanza of the song. Doing that thing I do, running from the truth, and burning it down. Have you ever heard more Dustin Lynch lyrics?
Yeah, well,
it's almost Jason
like,
Aldean. He's almost going for a Jason Aldean out with the.
My favorite lyric is doing that thing I do. Dustin, tell me exactly what it is you do. Remind me again. What is the thing that you do? Yeah,
I do that thing. I feel like that lyric.
I love that. It's hilarious.
I feel like that lyric has been used quite a bit. And if there's anyone out there who has a lot of spare time, make like a list of all the songs that have used lyrics along the lines of like doing that thing I do, because I feel like there's a lot in bro country.
Yeah, make a list of guys doing things.
That sounds mega sus, but anyways, moving on to the chorus, just to give it the full light of day.
Oh yeah.
Party mode, party mode, party mode. That's how it goes, how it goes, how it goes. Neon lights, honky tonks till they close. Party mode, party mode, party mode.
And what surprises me is that I don't hate this song.
That's the thing, bro. I like this song. I like it. I'm sitting there like, I
feel like like's a little strong, but I'm pretty indifferent.
Nah,
and
see,
sometimes I find myself tapping my foot, you know, like just a little like, ooh, like nobody else is around, nobody's around to judge me. I might tap the foot.
It's
a little
not
bit.
even generous for me. Like, I'll be the first to admit how stupid the song is and how it's not normally what I go for, but I like it. I'm just sitting in my driving to work, like, yeah, party mode, party mode, party mode. That's how it goes. I feel part of me almost feels bad because it's like, man. But at the same time, I'm gonna like what I like, and something about this song just works. But what do you think of the rest of the album outside of the album?
Okay.
Do you have any highlights? Any
so
lowlights?
I'm gonna actually. We talked about party mode. I want to just kind of highlight. I think everybody knows this. Pasadena's just a good song. It's the best song on this album. It just kind of is. But
it's just fact.
I actually really like Tennessee Trouble. I don't know. Maybe that's my guilty pleasure. I don't even like. I just remember every time it came on, I was like, I really like this chorus. I haven't really looked super intently at the lyrics of that song, so maybe it's a
There's
really
probably
bad
not
song.
much to look super intently at.
Yeah, but I just remember really enjoying it, and I also really like Something That Makes You Smile.
Yes.
And even the closer, Not Every Cowboy. Not Every Cowboy's decent.
That was an older one as well. I think that came out.
Yeah, that was a single.
The same time, or at the same time as Pasadena. Because there was the issue with the single covers looking like Quiet Heavy Dreams by Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
Which is a funny place to borrow from. Like the crossover of Dustin Lynch and Zach Bryan, Zach Bryan, that album's coming up, and he has a single, Something Like Orange, or Something Just Like Orange, something like that, coming out in mid-April. So I'm excited
Yeah,
to
I
hear
saw that.
Um,
I'm
but
really
yeah.
interested. Well, he posted like a little like acoustic thing on the piano with the harmonica on TikTok, and I posted it on my story. I liked how it sounded a lot. Yeah.
Dude, it's about time some Zach Bryan music entered my life. But yeah, Dustin Lynch put out any closing thoughts? Just a decent, surprisingly tolerable
I feel like we
album.
talked about party mode and not like
for the whole time. Yeah.
It. Hey, wait, really quick. I want to look up the lyrics to Tennessee Trouble, just because I'm interested. It doesn't have to be a big
Do
one.
I have them right here?
Tennessee
I do.
Trouble, Dustin Lynch.
Just another night at the Cotton Eye Joe. I was there 3 beers before the show. You walked in like a neon smoking gun. You know what they say? A shooter's gonna shoot. So I took a shot and walked up to you. You smiled when I said, I don't know where you're from, but girl, you look like Tennessee Trouble. That kind that I'm gonna fall for fast. You got me seeing Rocky Top double. Sealing my heart between sips of that.
Sips of that. Oh my gosh.
Sips of that.
Yeah, this is a guilty pleasure. I have to. I just really like the chorus because it's like, girl, you look like Tennessee Trouble. I just kind of.
No, it's definitely.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, bro. Dustin Lynch has a really good voice. That's just undeniable. So when he gets a good melody with it, it's gonna sound good. Whether the production spoils, that's different, but vocally, he's always gonna have a pull there. Yeah, I think unless you had anything else you want to say, I think we can move on to another person.
Yeah.
Who has an album coming out in the very near future. It's not announced, but there's rumors, there's talk stirring up. There's a single coming out this Friday. We don't know what one it is. I'm praying it's Feet Wanna Run. And if you understand what that is, you'll know that the next person we are talking about is Ernest. Ernest, good pal of Morgan Wallen and Hardy, prominent songwriter. He's gearing up for his sophomore album, but like his first, it kind of feels like his debut album.
Yeah,
because
it does kind of feel like that.
Because he had,
it's kind of like the Jon Pardi situation with his first album. Although
the difference is the Ernest album's really good.
Yeah. Damn, gotta do Jon Pardi like that.
Well, I'm gonna do
his older stuff isn't that bad. But I said his older stuff isn't that bad.
No. But I would say Locals Only is better. I
also would agree.
I've raved about Locals Only so much, but I mean that album was 2019 before really anyone knew about Ernest. Before I found him right at the end of 2020, right going into 2021, was where I found him. And so now that he's got a lot of steam picked up, he's got some successful singles. Obviously, the collaboration with Morgan Wallen's huge. It's gearing up to this big release, and it feels like his debut album. And man, like based on, I mean, we're gonna get more in detail, but just based on like everything I've heard so far, like assuming American Rust is a single, Flower Shops is obviously gonna be on there.
I'd be surprised if American Rust isn't on this album.
Yeah, no, I think it is. Yeah. I think aesthetically it lines right up as well.
Yeah, the three songs he's been teasing for the past week or so.
They all sound so good.
They all sound really good, and I think most people. What was it? The one Run.
Feet Wanna Run. That's the one I
Feet
like.
Wanna Run. Yeah, it seems like most people are leaning towards that one. There was one I was kind of leaning towards. I liked Feet Wanna Run, but there was. I think on Instagram he posted all 3 of the songs and was like, "Which one should be my next single?"
Release? Yeah.
And the one that was furthest to the right, so I guess the third one that in that post was the one that I liked the most.
Remind me,
but
what
I don't
that
remember
one
what
is.
I don't remember. I just remember liking it the most. I listened to it like twice, and I was like, I like this one more than the other ones.
There's something about, I think Feet Wanna Run for me, and the reason I've clung to it the most. I mean, it was the first one that was teased. Before he put out all 3. There was just a clip of him like doing like, there's 2 lanes on the highway, right? And I am I have a few people that like I have the phone number for where they send out like mass texts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know what that is or have any, but
I have Ernest. No, I have. For a while, I was signed up for Hardy's texts. I am signed up for Morgan Wallen texts, and I'm signed up for Josh Turner texts. I don't think I'm signed up for Ernest.
yeah. So Ernest is one of the guys I'm signed up for the texting for, and I remember I think it was after it was put to Instagram. He sent out a text. Because he sent out a text like, I have something for y'all later. And I'm just seeing that like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. But then it came out and I was on a break from work walking through my local mall, which is like a cemetery of stores, right? Like it is the deadest mall of all time.
My mall is too.
And I'm just literally walking through the mall like this. Just
Actually,
like
my mall doesn't even exist anymore. Scratch that.
We had one mall that was taken down, and then they built this dumpster fire up. But I was just walking. People must have thought I was weird because I was just. I mean, people listening won't be able to see this, but I'm just walking through the mall like
phone up to your head, like
just
all excited.
losing my mind. And I think what sticks out to me the most is like, I guess it's hard to describe. It's like the layering, and it's similar to what I feel from 7 Summers in the way that this sounds stupid, so frick off before you try and make your jokes. But it's very thick. Like
So I was not expecting you to whip out that word, bro.
But it's the right word.
Hey yo, like... Ern got a dummy thick single coming out next week. Y'all listen up. Yeah. God.
No, but like the way the guitars, it's the way that there's a few acoustics, 1 or 2 going on, and those instead of a bass, it's like a low electric guitar. Morgan Wallen uses it a bunch. Most prominently, I would turn to 7 Summers because it's just got this openness, this almost like mystique. This like what's the word? It feels foggy. Yeah. I say that because it's really foggy today, which is like pathetic fallacy of the state of Canada. But it was just the song feels like this cool mist. It's like really warm. I cannot wait for this album to drop because I already know I'm gonna listen to it a disgusting amount of times in the summer.
Yeah, I probably will too.
Like honestly, summer's just gearing up to be.
When I was at the beach last summer, I was constantly listening to Songs for the Saints and Ernest's debut. I don't remember what. Does it have a name or is it just
locals?
It's locals only. No, locals only. I had to think about it. Yeah. I was listening to that on repeat. And I'm going to the beach again in June, so I'm really excited about that. So
yeah, Ernest, right. Bro. Man. It feels like obviously I get excited for albums. I always do.
Yeah.
And I always say like, man, I have been this excited. Blah, 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 blah.
Honestly, I think you seem to hype yourself up a little bit more than I do, unless it's like a Josh Turner album. But I haven't actually had a legit Josh Turner album in 5 years, so.
See, I'm not gonna say this is the most excited I've been for an album because it's not.
Or 4 years.
Right, it's not the most excited I've been for an album, but it feels very similar to how I felt in the lead up to Let It Roll in 2019. I don't know why, but I'm just getting that same kind of excitement building, and that's a good excitement.
Well, I will say that I'm more excited for his second album than like some other people's albums that I might be excited for, just because he's still relatively new and we've seen Ernest doesn't really have a song that I don't like, except Cheers isn't bad, it's just not really, I don't think it's that
I'm with
good.
you. That's the only Ernest song I'm not huge on.
Yeah. I don't really know what happened there. I'm going to be honest, it's not like I don't think it's trash, but it's not you're not going to find it in a playlist that I have. But yeah.
It won't be on his Essentials playlist once he gets enough music for that.
That's right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Ernest gets his own playlist.
I was going to say something.
The only people that have their own playlists are Josh Turner, Eric Church, and Kip Moore.
But like, does Spotify not have like essentials playlists?
Oh no, there's like radios, but yeah, there are artist playlists. But I like to, I want to have my own playlist that I can curate myself, whether it's all of their music or like my favorite songs by them or whatever.
Dude, I love
like with Taylor Swift, I have not all of her music in a playlist, but all the music that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has music that I do not like.
Same here. I love making playlists, man, and I don't know if I've said this before. I feel like I might have. But me and my one friend.
Yeah, Evan's one friend.
My only friend.
And it's not me. And it's not me.
No, me and my one friend, we make a playlist for each month, and it kind of has like a specific vibe that we both kind of go for, and then we like share the playlist with each other. And just at the start of this year, we had another friend kind of join in, so now there's like a trio of us making playlists. And half the fun, it's always fun making the playlist. Like the February one, for example, it's gonna be all love songs and stuff like that, or breakup songs, depending if you want to go demon mode. But anyways, half the fun is making the cover for it. And there have been some creative, very creative covers. One of the most tragic times being when the January playlist comes around. January's got to be hype. It's got to be hype. It's the start of the year. And there's a picture. This is getting a little off topic, so I'll keep it short. There's a picture of Charles Oliveira in the middle of the octagon after he had just beat Dustin Poirier at UFC 269 in December of last year. And it was such a cold picture of him just kind of standing there in the middle, almost like this alone at the top kind of thing. And I was like, I texted my buddy, I was like, man, that is a cold playlist cover right there. And he took it and used it for January. But anyways, where I'm going with this is my playlist covers, I worked ahead a little bit because sometimes I'll make a few in a row that are like similar. My March, April, and May playlist covers all follow a similar design, and I'm so freaking proud. Basically,
the aesthetic.
Yeah, bro, it's so sick. Obviously, I'm not quiet about The Weeknd being one of, if not my favorite non-country artists. I was supposed to see him live a little bit ago with this.
That reminds me,
that concert.
I need to listen to not The Weeknd. It just, you saying your favorite artist remind me. I need to listen to the Bruno Mars thing that he did, like
Silk
his newest
Sonic?
thing. Yeah, I still need to listen to that.
You absolutely do.
Because I think I'll like. Yeah, I think I might like it. I've been broadening my horizons more.
Look at you go.
Especially over the past. I mean, I talked about it on the last episode of the podcast. I've been listening to a ton of instrumental stuff. I'm listening to more chill, lo-fi stuff, more electronic stuff.
Yeah.
Just jazzy stuff.
That
piano.
Piano music's great. That album you brought last week, the instrumental one. I was listening to it while
Dreamer's Circus.
Yep.
Rooftop Sessions. Yeah.
I was listening to it. I've been listening to it while I do like homework and stuff, and it's been great.
It is. But while I was reading or doing homework, it was perfect. Sorry, what were you?
Just to wrap this up quickly because I don't want to go too off. Anyways, my playlist covers for March, April, and May. I base them on the original Weeknd trilogy album covers, which
this guy.
Yeah. So obviously, this is where it sucks because like listeners obviously don't know what's going on, which is why I'm gonna keep this so brief. But for visual people, assuming this will freaking show, it probably won't because like lighting's trash. But like, no, it's definitely not gonna show up at all. Anyways,
it probably doesn't look that good anyway, guys. I wouldn't.
Gosh darn it! You know what? I hate you, Jaron, but I made these covers and they look so freaking cool, and I'm gonna put them on the screen right now. In fact, I'm gonna write down at what time in recording we are at now, so I can add them
right now. So I'm going to critique them without seeing them right now. So yeah, the first one's kind of mid. Second one could use a little bit more Photoshop work, and the third one it's based. Just.
Anyways, yeah, they'll be up on the screen now if you're listening and you're interested in my playlist covers that I made, and I put a lot of freaking time into, guys. Okay, and I think they look cool. and they'll be on the screen, so you should check them out. But anyways, with that, we can move on to if you
Everybody
want.
trash Evan's playlists in the comments. Do that real quick for me.
We can talk about some more new music from a few people if you'd like to.
Yeah, let's do Hailey Whitters because I really
Hailey
wanna...
Whitters, yeah. I've only had a chance to listen to this song once, so I kind of just have like.
Which one?
Neon.
Because there's two. Okay. I thought that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, because Everything She Ain't was a few weeks ago. Freaking love that song. Have been bopping that song. The Neon, I've only got around to once, so my thoughts will be kind of vague.
Will, you like the new Hailey Whitters song? I don't know if I showed you.
I don't think I've heard it yet.
All right, Will said it's good.
Exactly.
I do like Hailey Whitters. She just
Actually, real quick while we're on the topic of Hailey Whitters, every time I play it, my buddy Will loves country music. I try to help him discover new stuff. We started a, I don't know if you've listened to it recently, Will, but we did a on Spotify you can like invite somebody else to like do a group playlist or whatever they're called, and it basically takes music that your friend listens to that you might like, and it takes music that you listen to that they might like, and it puts it like in a playlist, and it updates as you listen to music.
That's freaking cool.
And our tastes are so similar, so like it's just all like really good country music that I might not have heard or that he might not have heard. And
that's
so
such
it's
a
really,
cool
it's
way
really
of finding new music.
Yeah, it is.
That's
sweet. But really quickly on the Hailey Whitters thing, when I was showing him Hailey Whitters like a week or two ago because he didn't know who she was, he's like, "Dude, she sounds hot. Is she hot?"
Listening to it, I stand by my opinion.
Yeah, he is actively listening to Everything She Ain't as we speak, and he says he's standing by his opinion and that she is so hot.
The song itself is just hot.
Anyway, that's
our
all.
live audience chiming in once again. I just got this idea, and I'm gonna run it by you live while we're on the air.
Sure.
And people can comment if you think this is a good idea, because obviously I don't have Spotify.
Yeah.
Most people do. I have Apple.
Please.
But
please.
What if we like? Because you have Spotify.
What if
we made like a Waves on the Shore, like what are we listening to on steroids, where it's just like anytime there's like a specific song we've been bumping a lot, we add it. You can add it to the playlist for me, and you can add the songs you've been listening to, and it's like kind of what we've been listening to, and people can listen to what we've been listening to.
Okay, hold up. So
that's mic drop moment.
Guys, listeners, this is what we're doing right now.
I heard that.
I'm gonna make a playlist today after this episode airs, and it's gonna be called "What Are We Listening To?"
Or maybe Waves on the Shore, one of the two.
I'll probably title it like Waves on the Shore, What Are We Listening To? Or something like that. I'll abbreviate
something along those lines. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Me and Evan will talk about it. Anyway, and what we could do is throw, and you guys can chime in and give us your thoughts on this, because this could be like a, what do you guys think? I'm thinking maybe a couple songs from each album that we bring, or if it's just one song, like when I brought Then Again.
Yeah, I think it's more like we can add songs of like albums that we're bringing, but I think of it more as like, man, I've been loving this song, chuck it on there. Or hey, here's a song I've been listening to from a smaller artist, chuck it on there, see what people think.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. Maybe it's, with the stuff that, I think that could be really cool. And if you guys are interested, if you guys have any suggestions for that kind of thing, throw it in the comments, please, because I'm now very excited to do this.
I like that idea. I'm a smart guy, you know. I'm just
pumped. Also, you guys that don't have Spotify should get it so that you could listen to the
everyone not on Spotify, and by not on Spotify I mean on Apple, because like if you're not on Spotify or Apple and you're on something weird like what Jaded used to be on, where he was like.
He was using YouTube Music.
But he switched now. He's
on Spotify now. Yeah.
But if you're on something weird like not Apple or Spotify, what are you doing? But if you're not on Spotify because you're on Apple, I fully defend you and your choices, and I think you're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not demeaning you as a person. I just think you need to get your act together.
I'm not demeaning you as a person. I just think I just feel the need to talk down about you as a person.
But yeah, that's actually a dope idea, Evan. I just, you're so smart. You're just a great guy. I don't know what else to say.
I get it a lot.
I wish I could be like you. I'm trying to be like you, my boy.
Canadian?
A.
Hey, is that what you're trying to be like?
Yeah, no.
Not
Sorry.
right now.
Not right now. Not actively.
But yeah. Anyways, there's a few new singles we can talk about.
Yeah.
Hailey Whitters. What are we saying? There's the Neon and Everything She Ain't. Because I don't think we talked about Everything She Ain't on the podcast, so we can run some quick thoughts here.
Yeah, we'll talk about both singles.
Yeah, you can take the dance first. I'll just chime in.
Okay. I've only been able to listen to Neon a couple times. Or the Neon. Sorry, it's the Neon. But it's like on the second listen, I was like, okay, I really like this song. I think I probably like Everything She Ain't more, but like I don't really have anything big to say. Hey, just so you know, Matt, I'm recording.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't have anything big to say except that I don't know, like it's not bad music. Like I don't have any critiques. It's just good. Like I love the guitar in the Neon.
Yeah.
I don't know. You didn't listen to it a lot, right?
I've listened to it once, so I know what you're talking about.
Okay. At first I wasn't too sure about it, but now that I've listened to it more, it's like it's got a nice pace. It brings a nice pace to the song, I guess. A nice beat. And then when she goes into the chorus, it picks up even more, and it's like there's a nice thumping with the drums, and it just goes. And I really like that. And who knows, I might end up liking this song more than Everything She Ain't, but Everything She Ain't is just such a fun song. It just,
yeah, see, I like what the Neon was going for, and I see what it was going for. I just think it comes off a bit heard it before.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially lyrically, like, again, it's not bad by any stretch. It's just, like, in comparison to Everything She Ain't, which is, like, such a banger, and that song is, like, only grown on me over the last few weeks.
Sure.
But lyrically, I think the Neon, like, it's sufficient. I think it sounds cool. But I'm definitely going to prefer Everything She Ain't, because that is just, like, bro, the whiskey in your soda, the lime in your Corona.
Yeah, that chorus is a killer, but with me and, like, rock, the Neon's a little bit more, like, rocky, so over time, I don't know, I could probably see myself liking the Neon a little bit more. But who knows?
When does that album come out as well? That's like, is that March?
Soon.
I think it's March.
I think it's March, yeah.
Randall King's March. Hailey Whitters is March. Anyways, another person who put out a new single, a very highly anticipated new single that we discussed at the tail end of last podcast. Jon Pardi. Last Night Lonely is finally out. As much as it pains me to say, I think the song's all right.
Give me the yep, and
I think,
and then we can move on. I think it's I don't. Yeah, it's just okay. I think it's solid. Like it's not bad, but it's not.
Hear me out. It's just
good.
It doesn't sound like Why I Love Jon Pardi.
Yeah, I agree.
It sounds like he's regressing. It sounds like he's regressing back. Not necessarily to what his first album sounded like and was, more just regressing back into not being as unique. Like, he really hit a stride with Heartache Medication.
Yeah.
That built off of California Sunrise. He hit this stride of originality, and there was no one doing it like Jon Pardi with this Western, this specific niche of, like, Western bar music that sounded so good in the mainstream, whereas I feel like we're kind of, with this single, he's kind of shifting back into, like, what you'd expect to hear on radio. This sounds more like something I'd expect from, I don't know, it just sounds like something that someone would release as, like, a safe single to a radio.
Yeah, maybe it's, to me, the more I've listened to it, it kind of feels like something that might have come off of the California Sunrise album, but maybe it's like a cut. Or, sorry, not a cut, but like a... Cut wasn't the right term to use there. A song, one of the ones that had to, one of the songs they had to cut. It's weird like, how that term is used.
It's like the song's not bad.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to it, I'm like, I can enjoy this. It's just I'm not liking it as much as I want to because
I was kind of hoping for
yeah, it's got the fiddle. It's got like
It does.
it's got all that. It's just something about it. I don't know whether it's the structure or the hook feels kind of soft to me. It just feels not like it's lacking the sauce that Jon Pardi has.
Yeah, Jon, where's the sauce? Jon lost
Where's
the
the
sauce.
hot sauce?
You Yeah, Jon, bring the sauce back.
Bring it back.
John's using Crystal right now, and he should be using Frank's. That's what's happening right now. Jon needs to get the Franks out and just kind of sauce it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's decent.
Okay, that joke's dead. We need to stop.
Yeah, it's a bit dead. I have not lost hope for this upcoming inevitable Jon Pardi album. It's not even off to a rough start. It's just not off to the flying start I wanted. Like when Heartache Medication came out, the single, it was like, "Hey yo."
I wonder if with this song, Last Night Lonely, I wonder if he's maybe trying to get a radio hit. Because I know that Heartache Medication as an album didn't do as well as California Sunrise on the radio. So I wonder if maybe he's
just
trying
to
to go
securing
for
the bag and then moving on.
Yeah, maybe he's attempting to get a radio hit. That's just me kind of, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who
knows?
Who, as Zach Brown once said, who knows? But, anyways, I think we can transition from that into the segment we kind of mentioned sort of earlier about Spotify.
Yeah.
But Jaron, what are you listening to?
So, I actually was kind of struggling over the past 2 weeks to kind of be like, man, what am I going to bring to what are we listening to? But like 2 days ago, I stumbled across an album. My roommate is currently crawling on the floor to avoid the camera, and it's making me laugh. Sorry.
He's still in the bottom corner.
I know. Anyway, I found this album called "Give Me a Minute" by Lizzie McAlpine, and
I'm gonna search this.
It's very like. It's good. It's kind of my. You know how? Okay, so you brought that album by. I'm forgetting her name, but
Jessie Gosling.
Yes, Jessie Gosling.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures here. This seems like that.
And
vibe.
It's kind of like a similar Sierra Eagleson, Jessie Gosling vibe. It's not exactly the same. It's maybe a little bit more accessible in like I guess maybe like a mainstream way. I don't know how else to put that. It's less. Sierra Eagleson is very chill, folky and stuff like that. I guess. And this is like that. A lot of the songs on this album are like that. But some of them are also kind of give me like Olivia Rodrigo vibes. Not like rocky, but like spunky and like kind of like woman scorned kind of vibe.
It looks cool from the album covers, from her promotional pictures.
The production,
she looks cool.
I really do like how this album sounds. The 6th track, called "To the Mountains," is actually the first song that I heard because Spotify was auto-playing music, I believe. Oh, no, I remember what happened. So a buddy was listening to a song, and I was like, hey, what's that song? And he said, oh, it's City Lights. And so I looked it up, but I accidentally pressed on the wrong song, but I played this song, and it was actually just an instrumental piano song. And it started auto-playing songs off of that song, and this was one of the songs that auto-played. And I was like, yo, this is a banger.
How did you get there? That's cool.
And then I listened to this album, and I was like, this is right up my alley.
That's a cool way of finding it.
Pancakes for Dinner, which is the 10th track, is really good. I knew the 4th track. I didn't dislike any songs on this album. But yeah, track 4, track 6, To the Mountains. If I had to recommend one, To the Mountains. Just the production and the instrumentation on that one, that was the first song I heard, and I was like, I have to listen to this album.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that hooked me. And the opener is also really good, called "Give Me a Minute." It's the title track. So good.
I will check it out. It looks
I also
interesting.
I also really like the album cover. I love sunsets.
Bro,
and
I'm just
it's
looking
like
at her.
The sun is just about to set. Like it's like it hasn't quite started. So like the sky is like just a little bit pink.
I'm looking at her covers and I'm kind of just messing with all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. She kind of looks like someone I know, which is a bit freaky. But also, I don't know if you caught this, but I did. The border of the album cover is the album cover flipped upside down.
It's the outside of the album cover flipped upside down. I saw that.
That's a cool little effect.
Yeah. And like so, actually, now that I'm looking at it even more, she's got the date in the bottom left.
You can see it in the top right.
Because the corner's flipped, you can also see it in the top right because
it's
been flipped. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's cool. I will definitely be checking that one out. You've been
throw it on while you do some homework or something.
I will. I have to do some homework after this. So
wait, hold up. You say I've been throwing out some heat lately?
Like
I always throw out heat.
I know.
I'm upset. I'm upset now. Podcast is over,
No. You always bring heat, but like the last few episodes, it's been like low key burning how hot the music you're bringing is. Like
because
the music you're bringing is so good.
Yeah, 2 episodes ago was I cannot. Then again, and then Dreamer's Circus, and then this.
You're on a roll.
And I've still been listening to Then Again. I've still been.
Oh, dude, I actually have been listening to it a lot.
Yeah, it's still on repeat.
Yeah.
It's a good song. If you haven't listened to that song, go do it now. And if you don't like it, don't talk to me.
Yeah, bro, you got it. Yeah, honestly, listeners, you have to listen to Then Again. It's actually such a good song. And apparently, Joe. What do I mean apparently? Joe from the Discord said he interviewed Mitch for a project or something. And there, I'll send the link to you. I started it and didn't have time to finish it, but it's like a little discussion with him before, like from a few years ago. It's pretty cool. I'll send it to you.
Really? Wait, Joe? Which Joe?
Father Joe.
Oh, okay.
Father Joe.
The dad of the Discord. Okay.
The Discord daddy.
Yeah. Okay. So Joe interviewed Mitch a couple years ago.
If my memory
found an interview.
No, I think he did. My memory is absolutely failing me. It's been a long day.
That's crazy.
But I'll send it to you. Okay, anyways, is the stage clear?
Yeah, go listen to "Give Me a Minute" by Lizzie McAlpine. It's just, if you like chill, just kind of sad boy, sad girl vibes.
This is for you.
It is. I know. Real quick, I don't know if you know the artist Birdie. She's I think she's British. Don't quote me on that.
That sounds familiar, but I can't.
She's had a couple bigger songs, but her stuff is kind of like this too. I'm a big fan of Birdie's stuff. Very chill and like just kind of atmospheric.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, check out this album. Cool. Check it out. I
have a less cool pick in the way that this album's definitely more well known. Turning the clock back a bit. I will say that much. I am bringing a childhood favorite of mine that for some reason I have just been listening to a lot over these last 2 weeks. I've been playing the songs on my guitar. I've been loving it. Throwing it back to 2008. And I am bringing Brad Paisley's Fifth Gear. I love this album. It has, in my opinion, some of Brad's best songs. I mean, like, in my opinion, it is, like, right up there with This Is Country Music, if you want to talk about his best albums. But, I mean, like, just the run. Like, I talk about, like, runs with my friends. Like, what's a really good run of songs?
Sure.
Where, like, an album just hits this undefeated stretch.
Yeah.
Literally, like, most of this album is a solid run. Like, you go from All I Wanted Was a Car, which, like, I feel like Brad's got this cool ability of, like, when he sings songs about, like, teenage life, they just seem to hit a little harder.
Yeah.
So All I Wanted Was a Car, banger. Ticks, very Brad Paisley song.
That's interesting. Okay, so The only songs I know on this album, looking at it, because I actually haven't listened to this full album. But I do know Ticks, and I think I know Letter to Me.
You definitely, I'm sure you've heard it.
I know, I'm still a guy. I know of Mr. Policeman just because people have told me about it, but every other song I don't really know anything about. But a cool thing with Ticks, Brad Paisley played that live when I saw him in concert over the summer. It was really cool.
Ticks is one of the most Brad Paisley flirty songs.
Yeah, it's just so weird too. Like the idea is like
I
want to check you for ticks. Okay, Brad. Okay, slow down, Brad. Okay.
And then like you go, all I want is guard Ticks. Online, Letter to Me, I'm still a guy, some mistakes, it did, Mr. Policeman, If Love Was a Plane, no hate to Carrie Underwood, but Oh Love is kind of where this ridiculous stretch ends. Not that it's a bad song, but like it's just like that's where it isn't like banger on banger on banger. I mean, like Letter to Me is like, bro, that's one of those like nostalgia songs that like that is nostalgic. Not that it because a lot of this album is nostalgic for me because it reminds me of like memories I'll talk about. But that song is one you can just listen to and you just sit down and you're just there like, dang, that was a good song. And then the iconic I'm Still a Guy. No discussion.
Yeah, I've heard that one. That's a great one.
Mr. Policeman is one of those songs that me and my older brother, this is like one of my earlier memories I have. We, for some reason, loved that song. And my dad had the CDs back when he had a two-door truck. And you put the CD in, you hit play, whatever. My little brother shoved a bunch of coins in there and broke it. But anyways, before that happened, he had the CD, and we always wanted to hear Mr. Policeman for some reason. I don't know why. But I always remember when we were like young and had like the family computer, when we had like a 40-minute time limit on this old box of a thing. There was a video for Mr. Policeman, a music video that I always just thought was the music video. And then like last year, I was on a similar thing to right now where this album, I went back and I just love it. But I looked up the video. It's not the music video. It's just a couple guys that made a video chasing each other in the woods to Mr. Policeman. And it's the most like early 2010s YouTube content you can think of. And that was hilarious to me. But so that song holds a place in my heart. Also, If Love Was a Plane. Yeah, If Love Was a Plane. That is, bro, it's brilliant. There's so many good songs on this album. Bigger Fish to Fry, When We All Get to Heaven, Waiting on a Woman was a bonus.
My only beef with Brad Paisley, like literally my only beef with him, is like, he's got a lot of album covers that I just don't really like.
Oh, his album covers are abysmal.
Like, I get that he's trying to be weird. Like, he, like, loves how weird they are. Like there's Wheelhouse, where he's, like, falling out of the air, and he's, like, landing on the guitars. And I honestly think This Is Country Music is actually a pretty good album cover.
I was going to say, This Is Country Music is good. I don't actually mind Wheelhouse.
It's just...
Fifth
I don't think it's
Gear
bad,
just
but
looks like some corny Photoshop from a Cars movie.
Yeah, and then he has Play. Oh my gosh.
It's just not.
I don't like it.
Even like
he's always got these
well
weird.
Wasted, just...
He's always got these. He's got like sometimes he's got these weird colors. Like with American Saturday Night, there's just all these like colors going on. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I just had to say that.
He's a guy. Brad Paisley's
a guy. I respect the hustle though. I really do.
Yeah, Play is actually terrible. I'm sorry.
When do you think we're gonna get another Brad Paisley song or album? Like, cause he's released.
I don't know if we will.
Yeah. Well, he released Off Road, and it actually
kind of dipped.
Well, it's actually doing kind of decent, and then he
he like dipped after that kind of.
Oh yeah, and then he also released The City of Music.
Didn't perform as well as
and well, that was more like his like normal stuff, you know, like
yeah.
And I don't know, it's I just wish I'm scared that Brad's not gonna make music anymore. Which
It's a sad
feels
thought
bad.
thinking of artists that won't release another album. It's weird to
Yeah.
think like, dang, they're just done.
Yeah,
But
I don't.
on the
I don't
topic
like
of
that.
people that could be done, but are not, and in fact, it is happening as we speak.
What a transition!
I
He's
know.
a killer. Evan's a killer.
We've got a few minutes left over here, so we are going. Me and Jaron are gonna talk about someone who is in the news for all the wrong reasons, all the right
Kanye's
reasons,
losing his mind.
every reason you could possibly imagine. Kanye West. Yes, we're going there today. We're talking about Kanyizzle. Yeezus.
Dude.
This guy is a special guy. I love him, and then the next day I hate him,
He is
and then
insane.
I love him again, and then I hate him again. As we speak, the listening party in Miami for Donda 2 is coming out. But it doesn't matter because Donda 2 is only going to be available on his STEM player, which is basically an Amazon Alexa that only plays Kanye music.
Yeah,
And
basically, and it's $200.
It's
so.
yes. I'm
But
sorry.
you get Donda 2 for free with it.
Mr. West.
I think.
Yeah, for free. You only pay $200 just to get it for free. Anyways, Mr. Kanye West, if you think you can lose your mind on social media for the better half of 2 months, freak out,
This guy.
fully
this
freak
man.
out on a comedian for having a respectful relationship with your ex-wife who is
Well,
completely single and
think-
is
well,
completely
has
fair
the-
game.
Has the divorce gone through? Actually,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has.
I was
I'm
under
pretty
the
sure-
impression that
I think he's
it
trying to.
hadn't gone through.
I think he's trying to appeal the divorce or something, which is just no. You can't do that. He's lost his mind, but
yeah,
it
I
made
get
for-
that he's talked about stuff with his kids, and I get that. 'Cause,
yeah.
like,
But
there's
even
that
then,
whole-
it's like.
But it's
you're
also
not-
maybe just keep it private.
Or even then,
Yeah.
like maybe if you
Yeah.
want more custody of your kids, don't be a maniac. Maybe then they'll be more comfortable giving you more time. Anyways, it translated into some great music on Donda 1. Granted, this was not the kind of build-up Donda 1 had. Donda 1 was just, hey, I'm dropping an album, and everyone's like, hey, that's sick. Then the album dropped, and everyone was like, hey, that was sick. Now Donda 2 is coming around. It's like you're beating a dead horse. You're beefing with... You're not even beefing, because Pete Davidson doesn't care. You're just beefing to beef. Then you put it... So, first of all, there's no reason based on what he's going through at the moment to think Donda 2 is going to be a good album. Then you put out City of Gods, which was not good. It was just a sorry attempt at Off the Grid, where they made Alicia Keys... They did Alicia Keys dirty, because her part absolutely sucks, and I love Alicia Keys. So it pained me to see her talents being wasted on this stupid hook that did nothing.
Yeah.
And if you think after all that, I'm going to whip out $200...
Seems reasonable.
That
Quite
is like, no, that is literally like 13 hours of work for me, roughly. You think I'm going to take 13 hours of work
Yeah.
to listen to an album that's going to suck? Like, maybe there'll be some good moments. I'm not denying that he has the potential, the ability to make good music. But every possible sign about hinting at this album has been bad. And then you want me to pay $200? No. And it doesn't matter because it's going to get pirated by tonight anyways. Because
Yeah.
to get it onto the STEM player, you have to download it from the STEM website. So what is stopping someone from just downloading it and uploading it? Not onto the STEM player, but onto the... It's like, oh, man.
Kanye is interesting. I don't have a lot of eggs in this basket. I'm one of those people that just kind of sits
From a
back and is
distance,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, this is interesting. You know?
Oh, dude, it's so hot. Like, I don't even like... Man, I don't even know how I consider my fandom of Kanye. Because he's such an on and off guy. like I said, love him one day,
Yeah.
and then the very next day, I'm like, I despise him. But I was gonna say something. It probably wasn't important, but I forget. Oh yeah. His documentary,
Oh
Genius,
yeah, on Netflix.
on Netflix.
Right?
I started watching episode 1. I'm like 40 minutes into it. It's actually quite cool. You get to see his come up out of Chicago. All this footage
Yeah.
of young Kanye trying to make it, and how he was a producer for Jay-Z, and how he wanted to be his own artist, but no one would take him seriously as his own artist because they wanted him to just be a producer. And it's cool.
Yeah.
It's got me on
Ooh.
Netflix too.
Speaking of Netflix, if you got some other recommendations for movies that you might
Me?
want us to... No, I meant, sorry. When I said you, I meant the audience.
I was gonna say, like, you think I have suggestions for movies I want to watch? Like,
No. I know you're incompetent in that.
that, and how would I recommend a movie I haven't watched? How do I recommend something I haven't watched to watch?
But you could be recommending me. Recommending a movie to me. I don't know if that makes sense.
Way too late, bro. I had my
Guys, we're falling apart.
My brain's shutting down, man. It's been a
just
long
like my
day.
school. Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah, bro. You can mention that real quick.
You wanna
Rest
talk
in
about
peace,
that?
Jaron's literally his school.
Literally, okay, so about, let me look at the time. About 5 hours ago, everybody at my school got an email, and it was like, meeting in the chapel at 7 p.m. And they didn't say, it just said it was mandatory. That was it. And so we're all like, uh-oh. That's not good.
Who messed up?
This can't be good. And we get there, and basically the school isn't shutting down, per se. It's more just kind of like, they're like, because this is a private Christian university, but it's small, and the thing is, financially, the school was doing pretty well, especially for a small school, but we had like 70 people leave, either drop out or transfer after fall semester. So that means the school is out like basically $1 million because 70 people left. And so this school, how it is right now, doesn't have the assets to like run everything and support the amount of students that are here now, because all those other students left, so now they have less money. And so basically what's happening is my school's like, basically they're allowing all the students to like stay and finish the degrees, but like next semester, next fall, next school year, they're not taking any more new students for the time being. And then if they do, they'll only be able to major. It'll basically just be a seminary college. It'll be seminary school. So my school's slowly going to be becoming a seminary.
Phased out.
And so like I'm on the esports team here, and I'm not gonna be here next.
You were talking
semester.
about transferring anyway.
Yeah.
You were gonna be one of the 70.
Yeah, to me it's not a big deal. I'm actually just more sad for a lot of my other friends, because I have friends that had full rides here, and like people that had full rides, like if the school can't afford to do all this other things, are they gonna cut their program? Are they gonna cut the amount of money they're giving that student? Like, are they gonna like? It just kind of sucks for a lot of other people, because it like, but at least their school was honest with us and didn't like not tell us. Like that would have been like not cool.
Yeah.
But I'm actually not that upset. I'm actually just kind of sad, because I have a pretty good community here. I got a lot of really good friends, and I was planning on transferring, but I was also planning on visiting them. And now that's not going to be possible, probably, because most of my friends aren't even going to be here anymore, because most people are going to be transferring out. So,
That's a bummer.
If I got any religious folk out there, I pray for some of the people that go here, because I saw a lot. After they announced this at the chapel, after they were, like, done and dismissed us, the chapel was basically like a refugee camp. Like there were people like crying and like it was like it was bad. But sorry to end this on like a sour note. I feel like it's not,
with that, thank you.
In a way, it's kind of a happy thing with me because I was kind of struggling with this, like, oh, do I want to stay here? Do I want to transfer?
And now the
What's
decision's
thing?
been made.
And at this point, I'm kind of like, do I even want to keep doing college? Do I want to take another break and just focus on podcasts and like get a part-time job? And so, who knows? We'll see what I got to talk to my parents and do some
crazy
self-reflection.
world out there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but we'll get through it.
And on that bummer note, well, not really a bummer note. On that very neutral, not bummer,
hopeful
not great
note.
note. On that hopeful note.
Hopeful note. Hope for the future.
Yeah. On that hopeful note, we are going to bring the show to a close. This has been episode 18 of Waves on the Shore. Hope you enjoyed with me and Jaron and Will.
Sadly, my buddy Will is not able to close us out because he left about 10 minutes ago to go get McDonald's with the rest of my friends. So
that would have been funny.
Yeah,
I
would have had him. He would have done it.
Oh, he absolutely would have.
I would actually, before we end it, it'd be cool. He might want to be. He would be a character to have on. That's all I'm saying. To have on the podcast. He'd
for
be
a segment, just like bring him on every
like
now
a segment,
and then, like every couple episodes, just Will.
Yeah, let us know what you guys thought of the intro today. I'm curious.
Yeah, should we keep Will as our intro man?
That would be pretty funny. Anyways.